Well, hello and welcome to this Record Power Live Sessions Highlights video. To see more Live Sessions videos, you can subscribe to the Record Power YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the bell so you get notifications each time a new video is released. You'll find the link below.
Hi, my name's Theo and welcome to my studio workshop here in Brisbane, Australia. Today's live session project is a yo-yo from one piece of wood. Let's get started, shall we? Here it is here, and this is a bit of beef wood from Texas, Queensland. That's what it looks like when it's finished. This is pretty hard stuff, but it does come up really, really beautifully. So I'm taking the speed up to just 2,000. And I'm going to take very fine cuts, and because I've got the chuck there, I'm only going to work in one direction. Tool to the tool rest, rub the heel, bring it down until it cuts. You really don't want to be working towards the chuck. Now I could have cut the corners off with a bandsaw. Have a look on this side, I can see the line here, getting close to round, nearly. And I'm going to roll the tool over. I'll roll it this way so you can see it from the side. And I'll just check. It feels round except for right on the end here. If you look down through there, you can then, as I bring this camera up, you can see that it's fairly square with the bed of the lathe, a little bit high just there. And that's one way of checking it. This is called a parting tool. So remember I said I'm going to take 5mm or 3/16, the 3/16, yeah, off this side. So I'll just do that. I could virtually take that straight down. So I've got it set for this chuck here, the SC4 with the standard jaws. It's 46mm. I'll show you how I measure that, and I'll stop the lathe so we don't have anything bad happen. Safety's everything. If you follow the safety steps, you know, wood turning is so enjoyable. So when you buy these are very sharp. So if this was a grindstone, on the side of the grindstone, just very, very lightly, you can round that off and round that off. So we'll just go to 46. So 46mm in inches, it's 3/4 and a 1/16. I come in absolutely square. There it is there with the tool horizontal, on center, with the bevel, that's the part that goes on the grinder, square to the work, and I'm just going to take a cut. So I'm going in square. I'm going to roll the tool slightly. And just before I get to the end, I square it up again. Coming across here, now this time I don't go in square, I go in just over there at about 11 o'clock. If that was a clock, that little arc there, about 11 o'clock. And you can see that sheen that goes in there, and we'll get that nice and tidy. There we are. So let's clean that up.
Come and join our international woodworking community and be part of the next Record Power live session. You can register at recordpowertv.com.
And because I've already turned this bit down here, it's working out fairly easy. So it's best to leave a pretty solid sort of a form there, and because you can always come back and take a bit more off. Let's do the other side now, and I'll do the same here, rolling the tool. I'm standing a little bit to the left, so I can't really see what I'm doing as far as balancing that. And of course we're looking at the horizon. That gives you a better idea. I've got a little bit of a high just there. There's no point in rushing it. And the finer cut that you can take, the more you can control the shape that you end up with. And just when I get to there, I just come off the cut. Yeah, I need to take a bit more off here, I think. So I just knocked this off here. Speed is now 2,380. And then I'm going to dome this. Just caressing the bevel, coming up to form that dome. You can see those fine shavings coming off. Roll the tool to engage the cut and just get to center, slow down, and that's it. That didn't take much, did it? If I pick up my 180 grit, when you're sanding wood like this, the grain's running this way, but the medullary rays are what determines the direction that you sand. So you've got to sand with the medullary rays that way, with the lathe standing still, because as soon as you spin that lathe, you'll scratch the medullary rays. That's what happens. So the product I'm using now is called Triple E Ultra Shine. There it is there. It's a cut and polish wax for wood turners. You don't need a lot, and just put it on like that. So I don't use paper towel, I use serviettes. So I'm applying this directly with my finger, and now I'm going to burnish by giving it a spin. I'll take it to 2,600 revs. And you'll just see that start to shine. Before you know it, there it is. Now this is a product called Aussie Oil, and it's a high gloss rubbing oil. There's thinners and there's oil, and you shake it up, and you put a little dab on a corner of your cloth, and you put it on, and give it a chance to absorb into the wood. You don't put it on while the wood is spinning, and just let it work its way through. You stay with the part that's got the oil on it, because that is what's going to burnish it. So we've given it some absorber time, and now I'll bring up the lathe slowly. Heat will be generated, and the thinners just evaporates, and the oil just goes pop. There it is there. It's just like I bought one.
To see more live sessions videos, you can subscribe to the Record Power YouTube channel.
Have a look at this. I'm going in now because I've finished that side. You can see how glossy it's come up, exactly the same as the other side. So now I'm going in, and you really need a good width. I had it down to about 2.5 millimeters, but you do need 3 millimeters. And I'm just going to go down the middle first. Well, that was nearly down the middle. I'm easing the cut before I go too far. And you can see right down there, I've got another little light here. I'm just going to put it up here. So what I do is try and cut with that little edge. Once I've gone down, I come back and take another cut. It's important that it doesn't taper in or the string will jam. And I'll just rub that down there, and what it does is it gives a nice clean cut. And like I say, this tool is 1/16, which is 1.6 mil. Now remember, I've got to sand this. I need to just take this sharp edge off this part right there. Watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going right in the middle, and I'm going to put a groove in the middle, because that's where I want the sandpaper. Don't know if you can see it, but I have, and that's going to help the sandpaper form that. There it is there. You can see that it's even slightly rounded. You want the string to be right in the center. The really unusual thing about a yo-yo string is that it starts at this end and it's only got 2 strands and there's a knot. I bought 10 the other day for $8.50. I think they've just put the link up. Check out your local eBay or wherever. There are actually associations and companies that specialize in yo-yo, so you can get your strings. So the string comes down all the way and then goes around the axle and then comes back up. What you do is I've unwound it, and now you wind it up, because that winding up of the string puts tension on the axle. And by putting tension on the axle, it decides whether it's going to come straight back up or whether it's going to allow it to sleep. So you just got to get that tension right. So you tune it by spinning it. Yeah. There you go. And then you do that and it comes up.
Hey, well done.
So there's our yo-yo. I just go back and you can have another look at it. The thing is, it's a beauty. If you're going to sell one of these, I think it's really worth either turning a box and putting it in a box and selling it for 30, 40 pound. If I sign my work, I can charge an extra 20 cents. Our job is sometimes just to, sell beautiful wood because they're a one-off, they're a keepsake.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us. And don't forget, if you want to see more live sessions videos, you can subscribe at the Record Power YouTube channel. Come on and join our international woodworking community and be part of the next Record Power live session. You can register at recordpowertv.com.